A little breezy today. I still didn't need to put on a jacket. Anyway, thought I would do a quick update. Um, Not really much going on. Just been trying to get all my medical stuff caught up. I keep getting phone calls from my eye is weird today. It hurts. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's watery and it just aches. But I'm doing a little better. They got me on some new stuff. They took me off the Lasix, put me on Bumex, which is considerably stronger than Lasix. But getting a little better. In fact, I haven't even been coughing till right now. But I like where I'm living here. It's like everything. It's really centrally located. It's like I had to take a run up to Dollar Tree, 5 minutes that way. Walmart's 5 minutes, 5 minutes the other way. So I don't have to drive very far to go anywhere. It's like everything. The only thing that's any distance at all is the medical, the medical office, medical offices and pharmacy, which is nuts, less than 10 minutes away. So I mean, everything is like really handy. Um, where I went to this morning, they've got everything there. They had Dollar Tree, uh, Ross Dress for Less, Petco. Uh, God, I'm trying to think. Plus a bunch of restaurants, including Olive Garden, which I went there to the Olive Garden when it first opened up right here at that location. And first one I'd ever been to was the one up here. But they got a Cafe Olay. God, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, it's like you name it, it's pretty much got it in this one strip mall. Dollar Tree's there. Um, so I mean, it's like everything's right there. That's the one thing about living in the city. And I'm finding Boise to be a lot handier as far as everything more centrally located than when I was even like in Gilbert area down there. Even though Gilbert was pretty handy, I still had to drive a ways. Yeah, and Planet Fitness is right up there too, but right by close to where the Dollar Tree is. So I mean, everything is like right where I need it to be. So, of course, I'm going to lose my Planet Fitness membership unless I want to pay for it myself, which I'm not going to. So, because they got to change insurances, and I don't know what's all going to be included with new. I've got to get everything all changed over. I just got a phone call from Cigna this morning and telling me that at the end of the month my insurance stops and I've got to find new insurance, which I'd already kind of figured that was going to happen and was already in the process of trying to do that. So, you know, but that's it's the way it is, moving from state to state. But I'm here now, now that I don't have to worry about moving every 14 days and finding new places to camp and stuff. I'm already established as an Idaho resident. So I just think it'll work out for the best, me being back here in this area. And I really like Boise. I've always liked Boise. When I lived here before, I liked it. I mean, I grew up an hour from here. Pants only, it's like to get from here to sister's place is about 45 minutes. So it makes things really, really, really handy. I don't remember what I said in my last video, what all I told you, but Mark just bought a condo. It's about 8 miles from here, and he's having it built. It's a little ways out of town, more out in the country. So, I'm looking forward to things aren't perfect, but when are things ever perfect? I think this is the best situation that I've been in for years now. Kind of funny how things work out. It's like I decide to, there's two different organizations. And when I decided to go to the ER, I decided to go to St. Alphonsus, which even though I had been going to St. Luke's and all my doctors were associated with St. Luke's, something just told me to go to St. Alphonsus. And so I went, to the hospital there in Ontario, and they sent me here to Boise. And of course, as a result of me being sent here to Boise, I was able to meet the social worker who was able to find a place for me. So, it's nice how things worked out. I mean, even though the circumstances weren't the greatest, it ended up, working out for the best. So, because I'd been trying to find a place for, all I could do is, before even when I was in Payette, I was looking, applying for places, and the only thing I could do was get on a waiting list. And and the same thing in Arizona. Everything was like, all I could do was get on a waiting list. And I get here, and a social worker comes in, and I might have found you a place. It's like, cool. And as unlike the other situations, it was actually true. She had found me a place. So, I got to get some curtains for those windows there. Eventually, there's some blinds, one of the two. And, but I'll do, no big hurry on that. I'll do that next month. Can't afford it this month, but, just do things as I can. And in the meantime, got a good place to live. It's quiet. It's nice. I got everything I need basically. So anyway, I don't really have a whole lot else to tell you other than that. But I do like how everything is close and I don't have to drive all over the place. It's like 5 minutes that way, 5 minutes that way, 10 minutes that way, and that's everything's right there. So that makes it really really handy. And if I need to go back to pay it or whatever for anything, um, it's less than an hour away. So yeah, I'm like by the freeway. I mean, it's like I-84 is just like right there, right there. There's that close to where Walmart is. So it didn't take long to get to the freeway and get anywhere. So anyway, I appreciate those of you who are keep praying for me and thinking of me, and I'm gonna do some sightseeing one of these days. For those of you who may be interested in seeing the area, go to the zoo and the park, and there's a nice central area here in Boise where the zoo is and the park, and they've got a nice little like man-made lake where they've got the little paddle wheel boats. We used to love and go get on the paddle wheels and paddle up and down, and there's some cool things to see. There's some new parks and stuff like that I haven't even explored yet, but it's been kind of coolish. It's yeah. I didn't have to wear a jacket this morning, but I came pretty close to putting one on. It was about 9:30 when I decided to run up to Dollar Tree, and it's like I went outside, and wouldn't have been too bad if the wind wasn't blowing, but just enough wind, just enough breeze that it's cooling it off pretty well. But it's been like up around 80. The other day it was 90. But when the wind with the breeze, it cools it off pretty well to where it feels pretty nice. Of course, in here it stays nice and cool, and because I'm kind of in the basement, if you want to call it that. But I'm down below, so it stays pretty nice and cool down here. We'll see how it does this summer, but they run the AC in here. It stays. In fact, I have to run my little space heater that I bought to stay warm. Sometimes it gets a little bit too cool, so I got to run my space heater. But not too much, But I stay warm. I stay nice and comfy. I get in bed and get under my covers. So. Oh. Didn't have anything to drink out of. I love these. I got these old over at I can't remember what store, but little ball. They're jars. But there's the jar glasses, but they've got the regular ball lids. But they're nice and thick. I like these jar glasses. I like them better than regular glasses. Mason jars. Make good drinking glasses. You just may be a redneck. That's all right. I like them. They're nice and one thing I like, they're nice and thick. I like them. They're good for iced tea. They're really good for iced tea. I love iced tea. Unsweetened, no lemon, just flat out iced tea. And I bought some of these that, was it, the Pure Leaf? There's like gold, and there's Gold Peak. But I bought some of these. Had these on sale. Were real cheap. So I either drink them out of this or I pour some into my jars. And I'm trying to get away from drinking, like soda pop, stuff like that. Even though I don't drink sugared pop, I drink, but I do like to have some juice. Like I bought when I went to the Dollar Tree, I bought a couple of those things of the Ocean Spray cranberry juice and bought a bottle of orange juice. I try not to drink too much of it, because it does have some sugar. But I love cranberry juice. Love cranberry juice. So I got a couple of those. I got iced tea. I've got some of the iced tea bags, the cold brew iced tea bags. So, but I've been trying to get, for some reason lately, it's like I don't want sweet tasting, like Coke or anything like that. I just want either ice water, nice cold water, or, iced tea, something like that that's not sweet. And anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this, boring you. But, oh yeah, and I got a couple of these. The Gatorade Zero or Powerade Zero. I had those on sale for cheap. So I just bought a couple of those. So I already that's all I got left out of the two bottles. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot left. So I'm just, enjoying my new surroundings. Even though I'm still coughing, that Bumex is doing a better job at getting rid of fluid. The only thing is, I'm waking up a lot during the night. Getting getting up and going to the bathroom, but it is getting better, and I can tell that the Bumex gets rid of a lot more fluid than the Lasix. It's really doing a good job. So I don't think it'll be too long that my cough will be gone. It is a lot better because before I wasn't able to talk it talk at all without coughing. Whereas now you can tell, even in this video, that I'm coughing right now. I was able to talk quite a bit without coughing. So it's a major improvement. So I think within a week, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be back to normal. Not be coughing all the time. So anyway, gets frustrating. Anyway, if I'll let you know what's going on, that's about as much as I can tell you. Not much other than that. Boring life. But you know what? I it is and it isn't. It's like I'm enjoying having a place to live and not having to camp. That's the nice thing. Is not having to worry about finding a campsite. So anyway, we'll talk to you later. All right.